All right, here we are for a Friday night breakdown of the Giles and Auburn game. Giles won 63-21. Went about like I figured it would, and probably most everybody else did also. Um, Giles scored a touchdown on about 80-yard pass, about the second or third play of the game. Beautiful pass. We dominated, like I said, that first half with our first team. We was able to run left, right, up the middle, and we could probably pass all night as well. Auburn has a small team. They had 13 players, and they had to move their JV up. So a game we should have won, and a game we should have won the way we did. So, it was good that we did that, and we didn't struggle at all. The score late for the 21 points was their starters on our second team, and I think some JV players mixed in, here and there also. And those kids did great also. I mean, they scored, 14 or 21 points themselves. So, they did good. They give up, some points and some yards, but, they got some playing time, and I think that's what's the most important part. Because you never know. Like they always say, you're one injury away from being a starter. So they got to play and get some live action. And it'll only benefit them in the long run. And we very well may need them as the season goes on, because, in my opinion and some others, the season really cranks up starting next week. That's when we need to start winning the big games, and we need the points, and it's going to put us in position as far as seeding goes into the playoffs. But there's not a whole lot really to say about the Auburn Giles game. It went as probably planned. Auburn didn't quit. They'd quit the week before, the team they were playing against. They didn't quit. They kept fighting. I applaud them for that, considering this is what they had. They only had 13 kids, and the JV players moved up. So they kept fighting. You got to give them credit for that. And they didn't quit this time. So I congratulate you on sticking with it. I know sometimes it's hard when you're losing, and things just keep going downhill. And hopefully they can get that program turned around. But I said for us, I don't think the play count was bad. Like I said, we didn't stick to basically one side. I don't know what the plays are called now, but basically our 44, which we basically still run. I just don't know what it's called. It's different formation, called something different, but it's basically 44. We did run it, and we scored off of it. At least it looked like that's what it was. But we ran other things too. We was able to run to the left. We have a very fast kid. Looks like I think he's a JV player, maybe number 28. Very fast kid. But we ran to the left and ran to the middle. We passed for a touchdown. I mean, you can't ask for a whole lot more. It wasn't against a very good ball team, but we did what we were supposed to do against not a very good ball team. And that's good. But there's not much more really to say about that. We did what we needed to do. We played good. Not great, what the score was. We played good. But talk a little bit starting next week. We play George Wythe, and this is really, in a sense, I guess, when the season really gets started here, the second half. So as we go into more of the harder teams, especially in the district, and a couple out of district teams will be pretty tough. But I think with what we called play-wise, we need to keep doing that. I know, like I said, I'm not going to call anybody out. But I'd say, but Jeff, he's the head coach. Jeff, you can't tighten up. Some bigger games, it seems like you tighten up, and some other the coaching staff tightens up as well. You gotta let it loose, let it fly. Call it like you called it tonight. I mean, call it like you did against Nares. You was running left, you was running the middle, running right, you was passing the ball. You got to do it against George Wythe, Galax, The rest of the season, you're going to do that. So let it fly. I mean, don't be afraid to lose. The only thing I tell you, me being a Steeler fan for years, I watched Cower. Great teams, but he was afraid to lose for years, and it kept him from winning the Super Bowl. And he would choke in the playoffs, and finally, the year he won it, he let it fly. He just let it go, and he didn't hold back, and he won. So, Jeff, my only advice to you, if you hear it, or anybody else really on the coaching staff, you gotta let it fly. Don't get stuck to running, whatever it's called, the 44, all the time in crucial plays. Run it to the left. Pop in the old wedge play. We need 1 yard. I mean, we should be able to man up and get that. And definitely don't be afraid to pass it. And don't save nothing. I mean, don't be trying to save this and that for, we might need it next game. We need every game we can get right now to get into the playoffs and to advance. I don't know if we have a screen pass. I still think we should use those more. Those teams are stacking, and they have been for a couple years now, probably longer than that. But putting 11 men in the box, and blitzing a couple. I mean, a screen pass would back them guys off, and passing in general is going to back them guys off because the threat is there, and not just on your third down. We're not an offense that's going to chuck the ball down the field on third and 10, 11, whatever. Keep doing the short passes, screen pass. We have a slot receiver now. I guess he's considered slot in our offense. He's right at near the tight end. We can run a screen pass, a bubble screen, something to him. At least get them thinking. Let's make teams think. But I think that's what we got to do. It's my opinion. These kids are skipping practice, not showing up. They're doing stupid stuff. Hey, you're doing the right thing as far as not letting them play a half or setting them out or whatever. They don't learn. They don't need to play. Put the kids in there who want to play. They're JV players. Let them start. Put them in there who want to play. I think it'll benefit you more. But we need to play with some fire. We really need to be focused next week when we play Withfield. We need to have some fire like we did when we played Nares. And guys, you lost to Nares. Then you come out last week against Grayson, you laid a huge egg. But it's over. Have your fire, practice hard, and put everything you got into it. And, the line coach, just not telling the lineman nothing. Guys, you've got to be mean on the line of scrimmage. Linemen, you've got to be the nastiest people on the field. Plain and simple. You got to make them holes. You got to push them around. And, the guys on the other side of the ball, while the game's going on, they are not your friend. It's a war. Treat it as such. But, we got to be focused. We got to have our mind in the game. And I think our coaching's we got to turn it loose. We got 15 coaches on the sideline. And if the offensive linemen come off, which I know some go both ways, they come off, there's no talking to them and say, hey, look, you do this, or what's this person doing? You don't see it. Why aren't we seeing it? Why aren't we pulling the secondary people off first? Say, what are we doing? What are you doing this? You're hollering at them while they're on the field. Well, if they come off the field, why aren't we getting with them and talking to them? And if kids do good, give them some praise. Tell them, good job, great job. Keep it up. Instead they're always hearing, they're doing something bad. But that's really all I have. There's not not much. We dominated like I thought. We just need to be ready next week. It really starts rolling next week as far as the seedings go, who we play, where we move up, where we fall, and if we make the playoffs and who we get in the playoffs. In my opinion. And that goes from the coaches to the players. Turn it loose. Turn it loose. Use the plays that's in your playbook. Don't be afraid to use them. There's no reason to hold back the rest of the season. Just get after it. But that's it tonight. Like I said, Giles did what they had to do to beat a team they should have beaten and beat badly, and they did. And congratulate them. Like I said, you did what you had to do. So be focused next week, and let's go to Withville and let's beat them. Whether it be 1 point or 100. Be focused and beat them, because it's going to be a battle. They lost tonight, and they'll be ready to play. So, boys, it's up to you. How bad do you want it? The dream to win a championship is still there, but you all have got to play your hearts out. So, but that's all I'm gonna do tonight. It's the Friday night breakdown, and I'll see you next week.